So here we are at closeout, final phase of our project manager's training. And now we're dealing with the administrative tasks of completing the job. If we've done the things that we've been trained to do since the project began, closeout is a fairly linear process. You finish one thing, you go on to the next, and you're able to close the job out, maximizing profitability. And from the company's point of view, we've done the best job that we can do, and everyone involved is going to remember who we are. So here are the things that you really need to ensure: that all your permits are in place and none have expired, that all your tests have been completed, and you have all of the necessary sign-offs validating that those tests have been performed and reviewed and the test performed successfully. All of your as-built drawings have been submitted and approved. Every item that had a warranty associated with it as a purchase item that was installed, all of those warranties have been initiated and are in place for the customer. The owner has received all of the required instruction and has signed off on receiving the instruction. All your punched list items have been signed off, and all required notifications have been sent out and acknowledged. You know, the final 10% of any job is the most difficult, because as humans, what we really want to do is get on this so we can go do the next thing. And we've been on this job for a long time. It could have been months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, maybe even longer. We would love to finish this job and get on to something else. But we're not done with this job until the final closeout procedures have been concluded and concluded successfully. But if you've done your job along the way and you've communicated with all your team members, they will be as interested as you are in making sure that the closeout goes in a straightforward way, problems are minimized, and we can finish the job and get on to the next job. So you have 4 primary responsibilities. You have been emphasizing the punch list, and everybody on the team is punch list conscious. Probably nothing is more costly in a project than to get to the end and realize that a mistake has been made that becomes a punch list item that we now have to go back in and reinvest our time, which is a reinvestment of our money, which is affecting our profitability because we overlook something in the punch list. So being punch list conscious is primary in yours and your team's responsibility. If you've done your job correctly, you have a completion list, which was your preliminary punch list, and you've been developing this as the project went on. You saw the things that weren't quite done completely. You've gone back, you've checked those items, you now know that those items are complete, and you can be satisfied that the punch list impact of those items that you noticed is going to be minimal or none at all. You have to complete all job closeout procedures as specified by the contractual documents and by the company's policies. We've been reviewing contracts since we started the project. We've been reviewing contracts as part of our training. You know what those obligations are. You know what the company's responsibilities are to meet those obligations. Now should be the point in time where you can say with great certainty that those things have been done, the contract has been satisfied, the company's policies have been met. Maintaining your team's motivation along the way is probably one of the most challenging things to do, but as we've learned and as we've discussed as part of our training, probably the easiest way to do that is to keep your team involved. Be proactive in your communication. Let them know in a constructive way what the issues are. Go back and review with them in a constructive way how those issues have been resolved and solve every problem along the way, demonstrating to them that you are in fact the manager of the project. Stop the video at this point. Review your notes, review the procedures. You can go back and watch the video if you choose. If you have any questions, make a record of those questions and submit them to your manager.